There is big breaking news, not in the world of sport, but in general.
Oh.
There's a bomb that's been found in Eiffel Tower or something.
Evacuation was done.
Oh.
But they still don't know what.
With so much of sporting events coming to France in the next couple of months and years, danger signs.
Olympic Games.
Olympics. Then I think you've got even a lot of athletics events also in France in the lead up to.
Anyway, for what we are concerned right now, Florida is far away from Paris.
Yeah.
Different continent altogether.
Yep.
And that's where the Indian team is. And they are going to be playing a must-win game against the West Indies. The toss should be done shortly. And I'm 100% sure that when it's done, it won't be flashed on that network that is playing right now.
Definitely not.
Definitely not. You have to change.
Nobody has still got it.
You got it. The one who should get it, he should get it. Yeah.
The two should get it, have not got it.
Yeah.
Still.
Beep beep. 1, 2, 3. Earth calling.
Change the
Moon rocket. Earth calling. Moon rocket. Yeah. So, yep. At Fort Lauderdale in Florida. That's where.
How many games has India played there?
6.
Ooh.
2016 2 games. 2019 2 games. 2022 2 games.
1-4, lost 1. And 1 no result.
Yep.
That's more than they would have played in Dominica,
Yes.
Actually,
St. Kitts, or
St. Lucia.
Yeah. 13 years. The venue is celebrating 13 years as an international cricketing stadium. Because the first match that was held was New Zealand, Sri Lanka.
So all 6 games have been against West Indies.
Yes. All
And
6.
they have a poor record because West Indies has lost 4
Yeah.
to India
Yeah.
and won only 1.
Yeah. And that one that they won came by a 1-run win in the chase of 246. It was a crazy game. It ended the career
Yeah.
of Stuart Binney. He was hit for 32 runs, 5 sixes. I think Evan Lewis hit him. Then KL Rahul hit a century.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, Dhoni couldn't hit 8 runs of the final over bowled by Dwayne Bravo.
He has to find.
Exactly, you had to bring in this match, right?
I had to.
He had to also bring in the fact that KL Rahul put 100 and you still lost.
Yeah.
And he had to bring the fact that MS didn't get the
8 runs.
8 runs.
And
Took it too deep.
this despite one catch been dropped 2 balls earlier in the same position. Marlon Samuels dropped the catch.
How do you remember this?
I'm mad.
Okay. Ball by ball.
See, Tata, he will remember everything. Vijay Shankar, he will remember. Dhoni, famous, he'll remember. Infamous more than famous.
But yeah, the numbers 245, 241. Could you not remember that match? 489 runs scored in one T20I at that time, unheard of. And KL Rahul scoring a century, hitting sixes for fun. Shane, this is that KL Rahul.
That he was.
Yeah.
He was
That
always
was,
that
yeah.
though. He changed his template later on.
But yet, when Indian players were asked in that video that what is the first thing that comes to your mind when you say USA, nobody's mentioned anything cricket. Somebody is mentioning Messi,
Yeah.
Kuldeep
who is
Yadav,
playing
that
for
was.
Inter Miami.
That was Kuldeep
Somebody is
Yadav.
mentioning GTA.
Uzi.
Because on that too on the streets of Miami, right?
Vice City, Miami
Was it?
Vice, all of those things.
I think it was Yashasvi who said lifestyle.
Aksar was the best reply. Gujarati.
USA. That is true. And then he did he copied also. He said, "Came cho, fine cho."
Came cho, macha ma.
No, he didn't say.
He didn't say it.
All right, che. Like
All
that.
right, che, yeah. Sanju Samson.
English, na?
Nobody talked about American breakfast.
No.
I think
Surya had
Surya
a
mentioned, I think, cheesecake.
cheesecake.
Cheesecakes he did.
Actually, that I have to agree. That's also one of my favorite things that America has invented. Yes, is cheesecake.
The
New York cheesecake.
The New York
Oh my
cheesecake.
God. And Sky also loves it. But he mentioned another thing that he likes.
Ice creams.
So again, I mean,
But ice cream you get other
Very
places also
common.
which are good.
जो मैं खा नहीं सकता हूँ, but yeah, ice creams. That's what he said.
Oh, acha.
okay.
Achha,
Actually, you were quoting him.
I'm quoting
I thought he could do
Well,
that.
otherwise, You with the diet that we know of yours,
Yeah.
it's not possible that you don't have ice cream.
Of course I have, but I don't have it now. I have it in the winter.
Acha, I owe you dinner, na?
Didn't it cancel out?
Why?
No, I didn't. I owe him dinner. Today I'll get.
Tomorrow. Today,
Acha, you got. Okay.
Sunday. Day.
Yeah, I have ice creams in winter more, not in summer.
Because he likes living on the edge.
Yeah, but you traditionally have ice
You done it
creams.
differently only.
But why?
You have ice creams in winter, no?
No, but what's
for
the
heat.
rationale?
Milk product heat.
Ah.
So if you have it in summer, you get a lot more thirstier if you have ice cream. So
That is true actually. If you
Why-
do have ice cream, you do feel this. Yeah, that's
Science about that is right, but then just human tendency, right? You turn to something
Ice
cold
cream.
when it's
Science also says that having aerated drinks is bad for you. Does he follow? Does he follow that science? He does not. He has it multiple times. So why doesn't he follow that science?
yeah, I know. It's because of that. That's temptation, urge in the mind. Once that cancels out, I'll automatically stop.
that never cancels out. No?
It can. I mean, it needs willpower, but that.
That's the key.
Yeah.
right now.
Still trying.
Acha, there was supposed to be some rain scare as well in Lauder Hill.
Not for today. It's for the 5th game.
No, but I checked earlier today also. But as it happens, when you get closer to the date, sometime it changes.
It
and
changes,
it gets
yeah.
pushed forward.
Now it is just cloudy skies. No chances of rain that much.
It's much like the weather is much like India's organization of the World Cup.
Oh yeah.
The closer you get to the date,
What organization?
the more changes happen.
What organization?
I actually, I once said, because we realized that, India will be playing on Diwali, but others perhaps have not. When I told it to a few friends and family, like, ye bhi change hoga.
Actually, no, I don't think they can now. It will be far too
But I'm just thinking, no security threat on Diwali day in whatever city that you host a match.
Yeah, because I mean Diwali, if you don't celebrate Diwali, but everyone has something or the other which you
But
celebrate.
see, there's a
on the
lot
day.
of movement in the city. There are not explosives, but there are
India
crackers.
Netherlands is Bangalore, right?
There are crackers.
India Netherlands is Bangalore. South already, it's the Diwali would have ended on 11th, na?
Exactly.
That doesn't matter.
But
Bangalore
doesn't
has
happen
so
in
many
Bangalore.
alternatives.
Exactly. In
There is
Chennai
somebody
it does.
on
In
that
Chennai, Choti Diwali is main Diwali.
Yeah.
Nothing happens on the day of Diwali when, let's say, it's celebrated in the northern belt. Bangalore, I'm not too sure because there's a lot of presence of the Marathi community.
My point is, it's not about the festival, but he makes a valid one. The point is that for Kali Puja and Navratri, you moved it not because the festivals are doing anything to the match, but because you said that, listen, these are the
Security.
days you need security presence in the city, and it's not going to be possible for them to double up and also look after security of the match. But similar for Diwali day also. You'd need security
much
presence
more.
across the city. Na? So cops are always working on Diwali.
Security is already heightened. Let's say for something like 15th August, it's already heightened,
Ah,
right?
I
At
mean-
metro stations, public places and all. It's heightened.
Have you
already.
experienced it?
Yeah,
What?
multiple times.
Yeah, today also I actually
I
saw on the
have.
road when I was
Yes,
on
it
my
is.
bike.
Lines.
It's not just if you go to the metros now, they will have, so they'll always have one guy with that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So now
Now
there
they
are
have two.
two CRPF personnel now at metro stations.
So you
It
have
always
one
happens.
who's there before you enter that metal detector thingy, and one after.
After.
There's two people.
There's one
And the lines will be
frisk you. The other, of course, then does the metal detector
Both
check.
do the metal detector also in some cases. Trust me.
So I'm just saying, at a time where you have all these cracker checks, because there's cracker bans also, whatever. And of course, it is a festival which, there is a certain amount of crackers involved, fire involved, and all of these things which are hazardous in their own ways. Then to overlap that with, I don't know how the security situation can then be taken care of on a festival. Again, just beats me. at
Basically, the problem is the Indian cricket management. I mean, the BCCI in particular, they are clueless. They have done the most anti-Indian thing that you could never imagine. I'll tell you why.
Anti-Indian.
Yeah, normally during festival time around that period, don't you research, don't you plan your holidays looking at, acha, ye din tyohar hai. 90-95% Indians do that and then they plan accordingly.
I want to hear this actually.
Yeah?
I want to hear where this is going.
90 to 95% Indians, we just plan according to the festival time is
What
okay.
has that
yahan
got to
jana
do
hai.
with being anti-Indian?
They didn't do that.
No, but you
The
can-
BCCI
how is
didn't do
it
that.
anti-Indian?
Anti-Indian celebration / sentiment.
Are no, not anti-India celebrations.
Or
They did not
sentiment.
even do the basic research. कि यार त्योहार का दिन है
So
वो
very unlike Indians.
Very
Not
unlike.
anti-Indians.
They
It's like doing anything against India. It's not anti.
Two times you had to change your schedule. One time.
But that schedule change is not anti-India. It is unlike Indians who do not look at that festival calendar. They did not look at it. But can I tell you, they may have looked at it. But how are they to know that the issue was not raised by BCCI? The issue was raised by the
Local
security agencies and the local state police and so on.
But don't they have this every year?
Something about it is contradictory. You're saying a Garba was something clashing that with the India-Pakistan game, something state government couldn't have handled, but we can handle Diwali and an India match.
No. I'm not saying that. I am saying that anyway, I've said it before, anyway, it doesn't reflect really well for a country which is now in the race for being one of the most developed in the world. You're saying that we will, from developing, we are heading towards being a developed country. You're saying you're a superpower,
Not just that, your sports minister just a couple of weeks back said that we want to host the Olympics also.
Yes,
right?
whatever.
So,
but I'm saying the Olympics are small. I'm saying larger scheme of thing. When you're portraying your country as a next big thing, I'm just saying in a scenario like that, then there's a bit of a contradiction, right? You are aiming to be a global power. And you can't organize a cricket match
and that to the one sport which you probably excel in. That you cannot organize it in a proper way.
It doesn't matter if you excel or not.
Play-wise, you maybe not.
How is organizing got to do anything with
Brazil had football. Their World Cup organization was disastrous. 2014.
I thought the Olympics was worse. I thought the World Cup was.
Even the World Cup.
I was at the Olympics. It was nice.
But
the protests against Dilma
Rousseff. There was in the build-up.
No, that always happens. The media also raises. The issue there was West Indies has won the toss. The issue there was that they said why so much money has been spent. But it's not that the Olympic as such was badly organized. It was nicely done. I was there.
Because I think at the 2014 time they were dealing with twin issues of corruption and the impeachment proceedings against Dilma Rousseff at that time. That's why that had a double whammy. But by the time the Olympics started, I think Rousseff was out, if I am not mistaken. So that's why it was a big problem. But again here, see, basic, you release the schedule just 100 days prior to the start of the tournament. Okay.
You make changes to the schedule just 41 days ahead of the first match.
And you're going to make tickets available
on the 25th.
Only 40 days prior to the first match start. Why? And imagine the logistical nightmares that, forget all of us, if you are a journalist at this time, as a cricket fan, look at the amount of money we'll have to shell out for flights, hotels, all the rescheduling.
Hotels, so if you want to go for India, Pakistan, Ahmedabad,
no chance.
Sold out. I know people who are actually not booking in Ahmedabad now because they don't have the option. They're
Gandhinagar,
city is close by. They're getting cheaper accommodation and it's just making much more sense financially as well for them to be staying in other quarters. But Ahmedabad.
So West Indies have won the toss. They've decided to bat first. Robin Powell has said that this looks like a fantastic pitch to bat on. In fact, the pitch report that was done by Samuel Badri also suggests that. So the average score on this ground 165, and you can expect a high scoring encounter, which, as we were referring to a few games in the past, also showed you. Also, it's not the biggest ground. I think it's a baseball ground converted into a cricket ground or something like that.
Yes.
So not really big boundaries. So you're in for a treat. You're going to see a lot of boundaries being hit.
70 meters.
And I think the record also suggests the last 5 games team that is batted first, I was reading somewhere, has won the match. So no surprise that Robin Powell has.
Okay, so here is the Indian team. The Indian team is Shubman Gill persisting with Yashasvi Jaiswal.
Okay.
Surya Kumar Yadav, Tilak Verma, Hardik Pandya, Sanju Samson, Aksar Patel, Arshdeep Singh, Kuldeep Yadav, Yajwendra Chahal, Mukesh Kumar.
Same change.
Arshdeep is there.
He's there.
Wake up.
Aksar, Arshdeep, Kuldeep, Yajwendra Chahal, Mukesh Kumar.
No changes.
No changes. So Ishan Kishan still sits out.
No, but I'm not surprised with that. And I think what the plan was, it's got nothing to do with performances as such. I think what they thought was that to begin with, they were going to give test matches, then ODIs to Ishan Kishan. And then towards the end of the ODI series, they gave Sanju a chance, and then T20Is.
Plus, it's the ODI World Cup here, so Sanju will be given T20s.
You want to add to that?
Obviously.
This is his hypothesis.
He plays ODIs in a T20 World Cup year. In an ODI World Cup year, he'll play
No,
T20s.
but-
Antithesis.
But how does that change anything? My point is, if a Sanju Samson wants to claim that wicketkeeper batter slot, which is still not 100% guaranteed because we
Yeah.
don't know what is KL Rahul's fitness status and all of that, what stops Sanju Samson, to take your point further, because Siddharth alleges that in a T20 World Cup year he plays ODIs, ODI World Cup year he plays T20s. So what stops him when he's getting chances in T20Is? Okay, last match I'll give him benefit of the doubt. He never got a chance to bat because
Hardik
Hardik Pandya walked up. He should have given. I'm not saying at that stage he could have played a match-winning knock, but even if he got like 20-25 runs, would have helped his confidence. But previous games I'm talking about.
Yeah.
How many has he played on this tour? 3-4 already?
Yeah.
And whatever chances
See,
he
that
got.
one ODI
Why doesn't he
got
get
a
100? Why doesn't he get a 80? Why doesn't he get a 90?
But now
Let him
the
get
format's
2.
gone now for him to get a.
He can still get a 50.
Maybe, but not 80, 90. Maybe how frequent do you
Yeah,
see?
who are you celebrating right now in the T20
Exactly,
series?
I'm
Who are you
saying
celebrating?
That is just one standout guy.
Who?
Surya.
No.
Only
Tilak.
he will get you those. But
Tilak. What are Tilak's?
90s.
What are you saying? The biggest positive to come out is
Tilak.
And he's got 150,
130.
149.
Yeah, 138
do that
runs.
also.
Exactly.
Do that also.
Yeah, that's
So I'm not saying no, but you can get Sky can
You
get
can,
80.
you can.
Sanju Samsung has done it in the IPL. One knock he plays.
And then
It doesn't happen,
and
so
then
he
doesn't
can.
play.
But my point is, even if it's a big knock in T20, he has to do it. Nah? You already know you're far behind. If there's a race being run and I know I'm behind,
Yeah.
I can't keep running like everyone else and expect to win. Nah? I'll have to do
But
something extraordinary.
somewhere I get your point, but somewhere this is not fair on him.
But
Somewhere.
it doesn't matter. I'm saying he's got chances. Yeah, the world is not fair. We can get into the fair unfair argument. See, what I'm saying is, Tilak Verma has only played 3 T20s.
That's it.
3. And what is the biggest shatter on social media? Bring him for the.
World
World
Cup.
Cup.
That's what I'm saying. Why are you preempting that none of those knocks are going to help? I'm saying if he had played out of those 4 odd games that he's played, I don't know exactly how many if I take the ODIs and T20. He had played 2 blinders. We would be saying, no, boss, Sanju. Anyway, Sanju has a massive backing and fan following. He's already there. All he needs is a couple of, knocks for
I think
the
two.
fan
I think
club.
2 knocks
for
he
fan
got.
club to come out and trend.
Yeah.
Sanju, so, but that's in his own hands, yeah. Fair, unfair,
Of
though we
course,
can keep talking about.
That's I do buy your point that yes, it would have just added some more momentum to all.
Not
the
a
existing-
lot more.
Some
A
more.
lot more.
So would have done him some good. This obviously doesn't no good at all at the moment. Whatever his numbers sort of stack up at the moment. But even then, whenever you will talk about it in hindsight, in a World Cup year, it won't be a fair assessment to say, okay, you didn't get us runs in the T20 series or whatever. You just made him play what I think he played just 2 ODIs. Third was a road track. So there too, I think just the top order got to play. First 2, India
He
didn't
hit a
do
50, I
weeks.
guess, in one of the ODIs. Sanju.
Did he?
Surya hit
Would have been
35.
just the third one.
Yeah,
because
third,
first two-
third ODI, I think.
He got a 50 and we thought he'd get a big 100. He did.
Yeah, so, but apart from that, look, again, Sanju, the rope for him is, it's not a rope, it's a thread. Because after November, he got that injury. So that robbed him of all the action that was there at home. And at that time, even Ishan Kishan did not set the stage on fire at home.
In the ODIs especially.
In the ODIs against New Zealand and Sri
Yeah.
Lanka.
Yeah.
Sanju unfortunately was rehabilitating from that knee injury. Now he's back here. Now, what has weakened his case? Ishan's performances in the ODIs. Anyway, in T20Is, both are very fickle when you look at the numbers.
Again, forget what Ishan has done. You can only do what's in your hands, right? I get.
And Sanju's not capitalized.
What did Yashasvi Jaiswal do? Had an outstanding season. Na?
Yep.
Look what has happened. I go back to Ajinkya Rahane also. He was out of the scheme of things. Came back to Ranji. Didn't have a great Ranji. Middling sort of a Ranji
Yeah.
trophy. What did he do? Blasted his way through the IPL. He got picked for the test team. So I always say that it's in your hand. I know life's not fair. Certain times chances you don't get equal as some others do. But at least you're getting chances. You're better off than a lot of people. Now there is a Shikhar Dhawan who's saying, I'm not getting a chance.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that anything wrong is being done. Somewhere you have to move forward also, and that's why. What I'm saying is, if he's not getting a chance, he cannot prove himself. He should just be happy that despite, and by the way, no one will appreciate the chances that he's got more than him. Considering that he's been so close and yet so far so many times where he's not even got chances. Been in part of the squad, not gotten 11. Now that he's consistently got chances in a few 11s, I'm saying, see, we are also very fickle in that sense. We change our mind. I'm saying 2 blinder of knocks, like a sky kind of a knock.
Yeah.
2 knocks. I'm telling you, anyway you're struggling, everyone would have been, no boss, Sanju. But that also is in his hand. That dismissal to Akil Hussain didn't show him in great light.
Yeah.
That is a dismissal where you know that the left arm spinner's beaten you in the flight. And that's no Dan Vettori or, you know.
And that is the one problem that Sanju has that he's not rectified.
It's not Rangana Herath who's bowling, then I can allow him that much, right?
Oh, what a bowler.
But Akil Hussain, he should have done that. But again, he still has a few opportunities. I think one thing that I would want really, I know it will not reach Hardik Pandya. Why would he watch us?
Why now?
Why now?
Pretty sure.
But if I could send some,
They're watching us.
No. If I could send some positive energy or some, signals. What are those brain vibes or whatever? Please let Sanju bat ahead of you, cause we want to see what he can do.
Yes.
Right? Good or bad, we want to see. Hardik, though, there's nothing to see now. He's going to be part of your
same logic
T20
applies,
ODI.
like was applied for Rohit and Virat in the ODIs. What more do you learn?
Exactly.
For Hardik as well, what more do you learn? Yes, he also needs confidence and runs. He's been devoid of that also. So does Sanju.
And especially in a scenario like the last game where you almost
Exactly.
I can understand that your game's gotten stuck a bit and you need to now consolidate, and then Hardik says, no, as a captain I'll go because series is also on the line, and he says, no, I'll go consolidate. I can understand. But that situation you had won.
Exactly.
Right, it wouldn't have mattered.
Even a pedestrian innings from Sanju Samson would have taken India to the total. Because
Or even if he got out first ball, second ball, what difference does it make there? Yeah?
Exactly.
By the way, speaking of, we're talking about the Indian team, no changes. Opposite for the West Indies. They made 3 or 4. Can we just switch
3 or
tabs?
4?
Yes, I'm telling you. And they have
was
beaten
nearing,
their batting even further.
Lovely.
They are batting till
Let's
number
see
10.
that. Let's see.
Upar. They've got
There-
Jason
there
Holder
is
is in.
Yep.
So Jason Holder's come back.
Yeah.
Shea Hope comes
Sheo comes in for
and Odean Nonak Smith is in the lineup.
3 changes.
Yeah. And Odean Smith is batting at number 9 by the way.
But I tell you why, because they got Ruston in. They needed a spinner in the previous game because it was a spin friendly track. So they've now gone to a fast bowler in Odean Smith. That is understandable. Johnson Charles didn't have a great time, so I think they've gone with Sheo, which is also understandable. And Jason Holder also, because you didn't need a fast bowling all-rounder, I guess.
He's got a niggle also.
He got that niggle in the third ODI, I think, when he came forward to play
UZ.
It looked like a hamstring, but I think knee.
It looked like second T20, I know, third ODI. Second T20, I remember UZ took you over. UZ didn't play ODI, of course.
Oh, yeah. Second ODI.
Second T20. So, but otherwise, now just go up, just scroll up slightly. You look at their batting lineup, it goes to 10.
Whoa, let's read the West Indian batting lineup, and this is a batting friendly track.
Exactly.
And they're batting first.
Which means they're going to go hard because you have Brandon King and Kyle Mayers up top, Shea Hope at 3, Nicholas Puran, Robman Pal, Shimran Hetmeyer, Jason Holder, Romario Shepherd. Then you have Odean Smith at 9, Akil Hussain at 10, and Obed McCoy is the only legitimate 10.
Batting till 10 boss.
Batting till 10.
Number 10. Whoa.
So you bet they're only playing one way.
And till Romario Shepherd. These are all big blokes who can clear the boundary.
Even Odean Smith.
Even Odean Smith and Akil Hussain can clear the boundary. This boundary, any of them will clear. This boundary, I will bet
still
even Obed McCoy
number 10, they're batting. The only thing I agree that it's an intimidating batting lineup, and as Shane points out, that you know that with this batting lineup, they are going to be playing attacking cricket, which they've done anyway, even if they've fallen short of number 9, 10, even if the batting finished at 8 or so, they still kept at it. So now that the batting is going till 10, they'll continue. The only thing I'm a bit surprised with, when you have a batting friendly track, you're seldom going to use batters till 10. So you could have strengthened your bowling, but I don't know whether the bowling does get weak with this batting lineup. Maybe it does not.
Actually,
so then it makes sense.
Comes in, so it does get a little weak.
4 left-handers, by the way. 4 left-handers today in the batting lineup. Akil, then Shimron, Nicholas, Kyle Mayers. 4 left-handers, and Kuldeep and Aksar. Good luck. That shot.
See, Kuldeep at least I
No,
understand.
Kuldeep
Yeah.
can, yeah.
Akshar on the other hand, yeah, I think will be trailing our
That's
next.
60-65 meter square boundaries.
70 is the longest one.
No,
Yeah.
and Kuldeep's natural variation is taking it away from the
left
lefty.
hand,
So,
yeah.
so it, and you've realized that if you can't read him off the hand, even lefties find him tough to pick.
Exactly.
Oh yeah.
So that will be an issue with
Yeah.
Kuldeep, I agree. But Akshar, though I remember the first T20I, I think, where he played, he got hammered. Nicholas Puran hammered him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bowled 2 overs in the
Bowled
power play and never came back after that. But then didn't bowl at all in the second T20I.
Yes.
And the third T20I, bowled in the power play again
And bowled well.
Got you the
and
wicket.
bowled really well. Got you a left-hander also. I think he got Kyle Mayers, if I'm not
Mayers.
mistaken.
I think he top-edged the sweep. I guess.
Yeah.
Correct.
Mayers got caught in the deep on the leg side.
So which is to say that he will do well. The one other thing that I would really look forward to seeing in this game, and we'll try and take a few comments as well. The one other thing that I would really look forward to this game would be, and it's another chance for Shubman Gill to strike some form, because if you're a fan of Indian cricket, you'd be worried with his form. And also, lest we forget, I think the trouble that Shubman was having, and this is what, I'm not saying that's the excuse, but that's the reason that most were attributing it to, was the fact that you did not have great true batting services, and maybe that doesn't suit his style of play. Now you've moved to the US where you're going to get that kind of surface, and if he doesn't get runs here, then you should be worried, then all of us should be worried. So I just hope that he gets some runs in these 2 games, irrespective of where the match goes. But Shubman getting runs will be very important, because he's not going to Ireland. We're going to see him directly in the Asia Cup. So please.
He's only getting 2 T20Is further. That's it. Then after that, he's having a break for 10 days.
10 days and then Asia Cup.
Asia Cup.
2nd of September, Pakistan, your first game.
No, I think 31. Aren't we playing Nepal?
I think our first game
No,
is
first game
against
is Pakistan.
Pakistan.
Oh, then
Your
it's
tournament opener is Pakistan.
Just like last year.
Yeah.
Asia Cup, yeah.
Yeah. Just like last year.
Can we take a few questions, please?
Yeah. So, okay. Today
Super.
Gill will score well. It's a flat track. Yep. Mehak Danju is saying, Waji
From Australia.
from Australia. Yeah. When you
No, let's leave
I-
those kind of attacks out.
yeah, I think we can't take that.
No, but he is basically, Mehak Danju is saying that the BCCI is really speaking about the BCCI, that the BCCI politics and all of that has not got the things right, as in terms of the scheduling, and I agree, and I think it's an embarrassment.
Yeah.
You are the richest cricket board in the world. You are the most powerful cricket board in the world. You will now get the lion's share, or you were already getting a lion's share of the ICC's revenue. You have the richest and the biggest T20 league in the world, all of it. And we, claim that now our facilities are also improving. But if this is how you come up with a schedule anyway, 100 days before the tournament, and then change it around 40 odd days before the tournament starts, whereas other much smaller cricketing nations, not smaller by size or stature, but in terms of cricketing stature, smaller cricketing nations do so well and organize it a year in advance. And if we've traveled globally to cover cricket, and we've sometimes booked 6-8 months in advance our hotels, our travel and all. So it doesn't speak or show BCCI in great light.
Because I remember July you had this thing, the World Cup in England. Even let's say the Australia one, good 4 months in advance. The schedule was out much before. Tickets
1 year.
started
England.
4 months in advance.
England, the 2019 World Cup, you were
July it was.
July of 2018.
No, 7.
They announced it 400 days in advance,
yeah.
and the first tickets went on sale in about September of the same year. So it was very much done in advance to ensure that fans won't be facing the kind of issues that you
Even
are now.
2019 England, when they hosted, I think the World Cup schedule was out 8 months back. The ticket sales were first put out 7 months in advance, and then there was of course great demand, and also there was some sort of a recalibration that the ICC had to do there. But even after that, there was a 4-month period that you got to book your tickets.
I mean, see, the problem is, in all the other countries where you go, the visa formalities are a lot more. For India in particular, I think if you want to go to Australia, I think the visa formality is very, very difficult. isn't it?
Yeah, but now they made it a e-visa, so you really don't have to
E-visa.
go.
But that can't be an excuse.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
can't.
I mean, see, for the first time, India is hosting the World Cup alone. Alone.
Huh.
87 it was co-hosted.
Yes.
96 was co-hosted. 2011 was co-hosted. At that time, because you had to coordinate with the other boards, that was the reason why you had to release. Even 2011, the schedule was released 10 months in advance.
Yeah, but that was a different BCCI.
Different BCCI.
But
Wouldn't they have taken that?
coordinating with other stakeholders?
It's tougher.
Exactly. Now you've got sole custody.
That's
Now it
the
should be
problem.
easier in theory.
It should have. The blueprint was there. It's not as if you're hosting the World Cup for the first time ever. Couldn't they have at least had?
This actually doesn't show India in great light, because if this is India's premier sport or most followed sport, if you can't do organizing for this in a proper manner, what will the world look at? They'll be like, okay, they can't do it for the sport that 1.4 billion love the most. How are we going to take care of something like an archery or a wrestling or swimming?
And the 1.4 billion are only going to suffer. It's only the Indian cricket fan who's suffering. Only.
No, I think the overseas fans have gotten the
It
short
is-
end of the stick.
That is there.
Yeah.
That will be
Yeah.
there. But even here in your own country, imagine you'll have to shell out so much of money.
Yeah, but I agree. Overseas fans have been more affected.
More
In
effective.
fact, I think there is a legitimate danger now that there will be non-India matches which will be playing out to very empty crowds.
Empty crowds,
I'm not saying it will be empty totally, but you're not going to have anything close to a full house.
But because we don't know about the visa, we really don't know how long it takes for a Dutch international, for a Dutch national to get India visas and all. We don't know how this is.
No, it is tough. It is tough.
And
People
I'll
tell
tell
me
you
that
one
it's
more
tough
thing.
to get an
Okay.
Indian visa.
Recently, one of my friends, he was like trying to look out the airfare from Bangalore to Dharamshala for the India-New Zealand match.
New Zealand match.
Two people. He said a return flight from Bangalore to Dharamshala is twice the rate from Bangalore to Abu Dhabi.
No, I'm not surprised.
Seriously.
Yes.
Not surprised.
If you do it now, you'll be lucky to get it at that rate for Dharamshala.
65 grand or something like that then.
Yeah, not surprised.
Anyway, Dharamshala, if you have to go by flight, it's very expensive because it's the only airport there. Gaggal's the only airport, and that's why the connectivity is so low that the flight rates will be exorbitantly high. And remember, you're going in October, start of festive season.
Yeah.
In India, if you go anywhere festive season, you've had it.
Yeah, you have to be booking those well in advance. Simple as.
But then you don't know about the ticket system. August 25, you're going to get your tickets. You have to first register on August
First you have to
15th.
go register 25th, registration begins.
No, 15th it begins,
registration begins 15th,
Ah.
25th, non-India matches first, by the way.
Excellent.
7-tier system, by the way, it's happening in 7 phases.
They have taken it like the UP elections, held in 7 phases. Like that's how it is.
Not just UP, there are
No,
phases for
UP is
other-
the only state which has 7.
No, 7.
7 phases.
Yeah,
the
but
most,
everyone
but
Maharashtra's 5, Bengal had 6, Tamil Nadu had 3, Karnataka had 4, but most was UP.
Yeah.
that's because of the size and population.
The highest number of seats as well.
Yeah.
70, you got 70
80.
Lok Sabha seats.
80. 80 Lok Sabha. 80 Lok Sabha. 403 in the assembly. Mr. Fact, KL Rahul is the only Indian batsman to score centuries in all 6 continents. Where has he scored in Guyana?
North America.
South America, Guyana. Where has he scored a century in Guyana?
Unless you're counting what I don't think the
See, I think Rahul Dravid, I think, is closer. Because if you count the Caribbean,
Check, has he scored a century in Guyana? Can
I
you
don't think so. I don't.
see, because America, sure.
Yeah.
Europe,
Yeah.
of course, because he's gotten an
England.
India covers Asia.
South Africa, he scored 100.
Africa, Australia.
He scored 100, yeah. New Zealand here, but I think
But
that's
New Zealand will come
Oceania.
under
Yeah,
So it
Oceania.
doesn't matter.
So he's got a ton in Oceania.
The
He's-
only other continent would be Antarctica. No cricket is playing there. Let's be
no, 6 continents.
written-
But I don't. Rahul Dravid has. Because he scored in the West Indies, that's the Americas.
Toronto. You
No,
would take no, but if you're looking at North America, then
he didn't
only
score
other
100.
only other venue other than
Ontario, I think.
No, only Toronto. Then he didn't play in America. He's only played in the Windies.
so but you have to look at North America as well, no?
You won't count the Windies as the Americas, the North Americas.
So that's Central America. Will you count?
I would count Guyana as South America, and there Dravid has a century.
And West Indies is Central America.
Central.
Yeah.
It's because whenever I look at
North
this,
America.
I look at
Wouldn't
this.
Canada count as North America?
Yeah, it would.
Canada, yes.
But
That's
he
why I
hasn't
said
scored
you
a
have to look
century
at
there.
Toronto.
He's not scored a century there in Toronto. He's at 50s in Toronto.
Yeah.
England, Dravid has scored centuries. South Africa, Zimbabwe,
That
he
for
scored.
that.
Asia, he scored everywhere. Australia, New Zealand, he scored. Only thing is this Americas.
We'll check that, Mr. Fact.
Yeah, we'll check that. Yep. Guyana, where did he score?
was Bahar
100 in
Ali saying.
Guyana, yeah. From Pakistan, Bahar Ali from Pakistan. Did you know Shaheen Afridi doesn't effective in first spell when a left-handed batter faces him and he struggles. Even can't nail Yorkers. Teams might play a left-hander opener against
No, to be
Pakistan.
fair, I remember this even during the T20 World Cup. He was missing, and I know injury and everything, but he was totally missing his lines against the likes of Malan and Stokes. Much better bowling to a right-hander.
Yeah, right.
He likes
And I think
The angles.
But
Exactly,
if I remember correctly, did India not try and do that with
20.
Shah Afridi? They did it. If
When?
I'm not
But
mistaken.
when? 21,
21,
of
you
course.
had
we
KL
were-
and
Rohit.
Exactly.
Same with
No,
22.
I think they did it in Asia Cup. Was it
No,
there?
no, you-
They've done it somewhere. I'll come up.
Maybe they promoted someone higher up the order,
Yes,
but
they
not the
have.
Ravindra Jadeja was
No,
promoted
no,
to Asia
they may
Cup.
have sent Ishan Kishan if I'm not mistaken.
Ishan, I don't think is played against him.
I don't think he's played.
Somebody they have.
Maybe
then the only chance would be the
No, they have.
2022 Asia Cup.
They have made a change where I think Rohit dropped down from opening.
I remember that.
Was it the 2021 T20 World
That was
Cup?
against New Zealand.
Yes, the New
Ah,
Zealand.
after-
Then
yes.
it was Rohit Rahul early on
Correct.
T21.
There, all the grand architectural plans
So
you
they
had all
made the
fell
changes
away.
in the next game,
Yeah.
second game.
Rohit played at 4.
Yes,
Yeah.
correct. Again because of
Trent
Bolt.
Bolt.
Trent Bolt.
Because of Bolt.
Yep.
But even that plan didn't work.
Yeah.
At all. Because you lost those 2 games and your campaign was over.
Oh.
Then Namibia, Scotland.
But interesting thought, Bahar.
Yeah.
We'll try and look at the data.
So
then.
maybe get Ishan to open.
No, but let's get some data on.
Yeah.
And Rohit at 4.
No, Shubman at 4. Rohit and Ishan, left hand, right hand, both. Dhawan, like how Dhawan Rohit worked. Okay, any other questions,
Put down.
please? Yep.
No super chat.
You've taken.
I should have taken.
That's it. That's about it. Yeah.
Solid 3.
So, yeah, that's what New Zealand.
New
Yep,
Zealand,
yep.
Yeah.
Harshit Padalia is pointing that out. That yes, they did it against New
Yeah, I
Zealand.
remember that because they chopped and changed the entire line.
Yeah, we also remembered it
Yeah.
belatedly.
The entire grand architectural plan in the end came down to a rubble against New Zealand.
Yeah.
So 3-0, the Kiwis and increased the advantage.
Okay, quick predictions then. Game's about to start.
West Indies 190. India will chase it down in the last over.
I'll go West Indies 183. India winning.
Although conventional wisdom says teams in 13 games, teams that have batted first have won 11 times. So, but I'm tempted to say India because then the series will be alive tomorrow.
I think West Indies will get about
You out of all the people getting emotional.
I don't know. I think they'll get 205.
Oh.
And I actually think they might just win. I hope to.
West
prove it wrong.
Indies.
I think West Indies will be favorites.
Everyone's gone very high, and I know it's a big ground for lots of runs,
but
small
look
ground.
at the
So I'll go the
soil.
other way around. 175 I'll go.
And India winning.
Yeah.
India
Keep the
winning.
series alive.
Oh, Axer.
Axel
is
starting,
opening.
interesting.
And Mayer's taking strike.
Yep. Oof, but look at that soil. Black soil. Yeesh.
Reminds you of CK PlayStation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The ones on the sides definitely.
Definitely too, yes. MCG.
Black soil.
Super Sohit is saying any updates on the Asia Cup squad announcement. I believe the squad should come by 15, 16, something like that.
15th.
15, 16.
Wonderful.
Yeah,
15.
good chance.
What is it with the
The
ACC
squad.
and the BCCI that they have against us
See,
for festivals?
to be fair, the squad's pretty much
Yeah.
already chosen. You know, Ajit Agarkar was there. Now he's come back, I believe. Salil Ankola was also there with the team. So it's pretty much chosen. They know what it is. I think all they're doing is waiting for this weekend where there were going to be a couple of practice games for KL Rahul and then announce it.
Is there were reports saying that KL Rahul might have to undergo a final fitness test on
Yeah, the
18th.
final fitness.
And
was
then after that
supposed
they
to-
may announce.
Yeah, but I've heard 15,
Looking
16.
at this weekend, crucially. So perhaps maybe on a Sunday night or Monday,
15, 16,
If it's Monday,
which
then we
is
know.
Tuesday, Wednesday.
9:30 p.m. Monday.
I think Tuesday, Wednesday, something like that. We'll be live on Sports Today.
Yep.
Not to worry.
Because mostly that Asia Cup squad is your World Cup.
First ball 6, was it?
No,
third
ball.
ball.
Third ball. But it was a big one, my lord.
Yeah.
Okay, see you mid innings. Bye bye. Take care.
Bye bye, Nandri.